Okay, guys, let's talk about one of the worst sunscreens I've had the misfortune of putting anywhere on my body. I was originally gonna like script this and edit and make sure that it falls under a minute, like algorithm friendly, but I don't really care. So let's just experience this together. This is the Oneskin Broad Spectrum Tinted Mineral SPF. You've probably seen Oneskin around because they've been pushing with the influencer marketing really, really hard. We'll talk more about that too, but this is 40 milliliters, tiny little tube. It's $56. It's 48 if you get a subscription, but 56 if you just buy one tube. I did the math. I'll put it in the caption. If you use this correctly, in the correct amount, this is about a month's worth product. And you do want to use it in the full amount because it's only SPF 30. So here's the thing. Got my measuring spoon out. We know that you have to apply sunscreen at a thickness of about 2 milligrams per square centimeter of skin in order to get the full protection advertised on the label. So for most people, this works out to something like a quarter teaspoon on the face. That measurement is based on, I believe, it's like a male face. So if you have a smaller face, if you're a woman, typically you'll need a little bit less than that, but quarter teaspoon is a good rule of thumb. And since I'm going to be using a cushion puff to pat it out, I figure the cushion puff will absorb a little bit. So with a quarter teaspoon, I will end up with pretty much the perfect amount for my face to get the SPF 30. So, oh, by the way, it's tinted, it only has one shade. So, this is the shade. All right, let's put all of this on my face. I'm gonna dig it out of the teaspoon. I did originally think I'll just do 3 fingers because that's usually a pretty fair approximation, but I wanna be totally fair to the brand and the product, so I use the measuring spoon. Okay, so we got quarter teaspoon. I put this on my foot the other day and it was like fully orange. Let's see. This is a mineral SPF also, and I will tell you just from my experience of putting it on my foot that it was really, really greasy. They had sent like a PR mailer that had the untinted version of this face sunscreen and this tinted version, and then the body the body sunscreen was god awful too. I put that on my feet. I mean, feet is just like a really good place to check a sunscreen because it doesn't really matter if it looks like shit, but it was so greasy that it was like melting down the dye from my flip-flops. I ended up with like giant black marks on my feet because it was just the dye from my flip-flops. Okay, so here is a quarter teaspoon or 2 milligrams per square centimeter of product just on my face to get the full SPF 30. I'll pat it in. Oh, it's so orange. It's more orange in person, like, the lighting is a little bit forgiving over here. So anyway, it's very greasy. It's only a mineral sunscreen. It goes up to SPF 30 according to the label. So they put SPF 30 plus, which sounds nice, but you can't really rely on that. So we're just gonna say it's SPF 30. So you would need to use this full amount just to get SPF 30 coverage if you use less, which I imagine you're gonna see a lot of people on the PR list putting on way less than a quarter teaspoon on their face in order to get it to look normal. You're not getting that SPF 30 protection, which is already, like, it's not that great. We can get really good SPF 50 that doesn't look how orange it is. That doesn't look like this. Anyway, we'll blend it out, and then we will end up with about the right amount of product for face. So I was like already offended by how orange it is and the fact that there's only one shade. You can get tinted or untinted. So if this isn't the skin tone that you have or the one that you want to go for, because I know some people do like the orange look. If you don't want to be orange, you're kind of SOL here. But the price is what's really offensive to me. So Okay, I'm gonna be really fair and say that I don't think this is a tech bro brand. I was looking at their page, it looks like it's founded by a group of women, so I can't technically call them a tech bro brand, but this is such a tech bro thing to do. So, Oneskin's gimmick, well, okay, let's say their selling point is that they have a proprietary peptide which was discovered over the course of their longevity research that supposedly reverses cell aging. And longevity research, oh my god, I'm getting more orange. Longevity research is really, really trendy for skincare. Like, I have used that one, oh my god, I'm blanking out. The line that was based on mitochondria, which I actually really love, I would Timeline skincare. I would 100% continue using those products if they fell into my lap. That was good, and that's also something that came about because of longevity research, so it's trendy. But it is such a tech bro thing to do, to take this, like, science gimmick and then decide to charge you ridiculous amounts of money for it. So if you wanted to be orange and you needed to use a mineral sunscreen and you wanted to use the proprietary peptide, which I'm not even gonna say one way or the other if I think that it's bunk or not. I didn't like their face supplement that has it. I didn't like the body supplement that has it, so it's useless to me because I don't like using any of the products that have it enough to actually see if it does what it does. But here's the thing, if you wanna try that proprietary peptide, if you believe that it could work for you, then just get one of the other products because the purpose of a sunscreen is to protect you from UV. In order to get the protection that the product is supposed to give you, you have to use it in the correct amount. If the product is so unfortunate looking or feeling that you can't use it in the correct amount, then it's useless. And you're wasting your money, $56 a month or 48 if you get the subscription, when you could get a way cheaper sunscreen that is actually pleasant to use, that you will actually use in the correct amounts to get the primary function of the product. So anyway, I think you can tell this is so orange. And I'm shooting this after I did all of my errands for the day because I'm not leaving the house like this. Oh my god. Anyway, that's my review of the One Screen Tinted Mineral SPF. Okay, wait, I'm back. So obviously this isn't really like the look that I go for, but based on some content that I've seen from other demographics, some people do want to be orange. So if so, maybe this is actually the sunscreen for them.